Okay. Let's see if anybody comes. Oh, I see someone. Hello. Okay, I'm going to wait patiently and see if anyone joins me. It's early afternoon on a Thursday, and it's nice outside, so I have a lot of things going against me. But that's okay. You can catch this on replay anytime, and it will eventually be transferred over to our YouTube channel as well. Just putting some hand lotion on here while I wait. And hopefully I didn't put too much on so it's all greasy. Okay. So, someone say hello so I know who's here. Otherwise I'll be awfully lonely. But I've got some fun stuff to show you today. A little bit of inspiration from Amanda, but it inspired me to do some crafting as well. When I was away on my weekend away, a couple weeks ago, I guess 3 weeks ago now, oh, there's Shelby and Liz. Tooth Fairy envelopes. Well, kind of. So when we were away, I played with something that I've had on my to-do list for a while. It's called Teeny Cards. And I mean, I just thought they were really cute, but they're going to be a go-to for me for sure. So I'm going to show you the ones that I made at my retreat weekend. Now, unfortunately, we are sold out of the die set that I used, but we're going to make new ones today using something else, just to show you how versatile they are. But we are going to get this die set back in stock. So it is a potential fun thing that you can do. It's just, you'll have to just hang on until we get it back in stock. So, okay, so they're called Teeny Cards. And what you're looking at here are the teeny envelopes. So let me show you the die for that. Right here. So this is the teeny envelope die. And it is just a die like this that makes a small envelope. So I will take out one of my teeny cards. I'm not going to give it away yet. And you can see how easy it is to put the envelope together. And it just holds a small card that measures about, let's measure it. Let's just see here. So it measures about like 2.5 by 2.5. Yes, put your patience pants on and email us. Yes. So it holds about a 2.5-inch card, which I think is perfect for a gift bag, or sometimes you just want to give someone a little note that says you're thinking about them, or a quick birthday card or something. It's perfect for those people that you're giving cards to that are not card makers, and you think that they might potentially not value the card as much as you are. And it might end up in the garbage can. So you don't spend, well, you can spend tons of time on them, but you don't spend tons of time. And it's a very small footprint. So they can be very quick and easy cards to make. And they are so darn cute. So there's the teeny envelope. And then the teeny card itself is another die. It's this one right here. So it is called a teeny card. And one of them has like a postage outline, and one of them has a scalloped outline. So this one here is the scalloped one. And when you cut out the die, it does a score line right across here, which means it's super easy to fold. And it does come with a couple of other little dies, like a little Christmas tree and a present. So you could use that to put on the front of your card. And then it also has a couple of matting dies as well. So all of those dies are in this package. And I'm just going to take out one of the teeny card dies just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Actually, I'll take both out. So this is one of the teeny card dies. So there's that score line in the middle. So you would fold that, and it's going to end up with a piece like this. Okay, so that's the size of your card. I'm not going to flip it over yet. And then there are a couple of dies here. They're the same size. And they cut out pieces that fit nicely on the front of your teeny card. So I love that they give you a couple of them so you can run them through a couple at a time, which is super cool. So that's the teeny card die. So that is what the basis is for these cards. So now I'm going to turn them over. So mine are baby themed. And I'm working, the baby die set is from Pretty Pink Posh. And oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I needed some baby cards in my stash. Again, I'm not really in the baby stage in my life where lots of my friends are having babies. But I do like to have a few things on hand, and this is just so cute. So if you go in on a gift with someone, or you can even mail these. You can attach it to a gift bag, a gift basket. So isn't that adorable? And then here's another one. This is the postage outline. So gives you lots of options in a tiny footprint just to do fun things. So think about all the little stamp sets that you have that you can quickly color up and create a cute little scene and put it on the front of this card. So it doesn't require a lot of effort, but because they're tiny and they're cute, the impact is huge. And I just love them. So that is my baby set. So I got 4 cards made pretty quickly. Even if you ask the girls, Shelby was there. I'm not a quick crafter. And I managed to get these 4 cards done pretty fast. And they're going to sit in my stash, and they will be perfect for anybody coming up that has a baby. And I love that the envelope is the perfect size. You can even decorate up the envelope as well if you want to. You can do it in different colors. You can use pattern paper. You can do whatever you like. But they're super fun and easy to make. So that is my inspiration for today's live. And the next round of inspiration came from cards that Amanda made. And I've been dying to play with this set. I've had this set in my stash for a very long time. Amanda made samples up for the store, and I've never used it myself. They came out with an add-on for the set. So it is the Paint the Town die set. It cuts out these adorable little paintbrushes. There's 2 different sizes. You can see up here in the little corner. And you can make them whatever color you want, and you can just create the cutest little cards with them. So the add-on set that they came out with was the little paint can set. So again, Taylored is showing samples using both of the sets together now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to make something with that. So I thought, well, I'm going to make some teeny cards. And that way I can make up like 4 quick cards using the set. And they can be for different occasions, and it'll be fun. So I thought, well, let's do it as a live. so we're going to use the teeny card products along with the Paint the Town and the paint can products. And then I'm also going to throw in some sentiments from the With All My Art stamp set. So this set came out when the Paint the Town was released. And it's so fun to use. It has things for birthdays. It has things for just, you know, kind of like a, just want to send you a card kind of thing. It's got great things for your crafty friends, which is fun. So you are one of a kind, have a colorful birthday, let's paint the town, love you with all my art, you color my world, hey crafty friend, you're a work of art, and wishing you a colorful day. Oh, and you inspire me. So really fun greetings. And a number of these will fit inside of a teeny card. So that is great too. But I do like some of these one-line ones that you could probably put across the front too. So lots of options for those. So I'm going to be using that as well. Okay, so I did do some work ahead of time. Actually, I did quite a bit of work ahead of time, and I was really scrambling. So if you could have seen my desk a short while ago, you would have died. It was pretty crazy, but that's okay. I made it happen. One other thing I'm going to be using for my teeny cards is a stencil. Now this is an old one, but I've reordered this because I used it on another project that is yet to be revealed, and I figured people were going to be asking for it again. So this is called Confetti Dots, and it's a turnabout stencil from Concord and Ninth. So this is a fabulous stencil. It's generic, works really great for birthdays or anything colorful that you want to do. So basically what you're going to do is take a 6x6 piece of paper, and you're going to put the stencil on here, and you're going to stencil it up, and then you're going to lift it, and you're going to rotate it a quarter of a turn, and you're going to stencil, and you're going to rotate it a quarter of a turn, and you're going to stencil, and you're going to rotate it a quarter of a turn, and you're going to stencil. So if you do all 4 turns, you're going to end up with a confetti background. Now I kept my scrap. So here it is. I did it kind of in a rainbow assortment of inks, which is displayed right here. I can go through those colors with you. And then what I did was I took the die that I showed you that comes with the teeny cards, and I cut out sort of a background piece in different sections of this stenciled background just to create some panels for my teeny cards. So I'll show you those in just a minute. Let's go through the ink colors that I used. So I went with Tailored today, and I went with Lollipop. So that's for my pink. Then I used Sweet Potato Pie for my orange. I used Pineapple for my yellow. I used Lime Zest for my green. And I used Cookie Monster for my blue. And these are the ink blending brushes that I used, my favorite ones from Altenew. We are restocking a lot of Altenew products with the release that is coming across the border today. We will not get those items unpacked before the weekend, so it'll be next week when all of these fun things hit our online store. So keep an eye out for those, but you see me using those lots in videos. So I'm not going to actually stencil the background out in front of you, but you get an idea of what that looks like. You don't have to use a 6x6 sheet of paper when you do your stenciling. It just matches the stencil perfectly. It makes it easy for lining up, but if you want to work on a smaller surface and just rotate your stencil around that, it's very forgiving. You don't have to line it up perfectly. The dots kind of just scatter all over, and it's a great little option. So I love that one. So that's what I used for the background of my teeny cards. So let me bring on the pre-work for my cards. So I cut out 4 cards, so 2 of each design. So one has the scallop and one has the postage. And then I cut out envelopes for each of them. Okay, so I've cut them out, and when the die cuts them out, it does create these score lines. So I went ahead and I scored all of those. So all I have to do is glue them shut. They're so easy. So what I did, 3 of the sides have like round corners, and 1 has a pointy one. So I fold in 2 of the sides with the round, and then I fold up the pointy one, and that leaves me with a flap that's curved. I mean, I don't know if that's the right way or whether it's supposed to go this way, but either way, it looks great. I guess that would be the right way to do it, was with the pointy end. We'll do them like that. Okay, so I did 4 cards, and then I cut up that background, like I said, and I ended up with these 4 panels with the dots. And then I picked a color of cardstock that was in my blend from the ink colors that I have over here, and I just backed each one with a different color. And I used that square die that comes with the set to do the stencil die cut, and then I just measured with my trimmer to do the other one. So that's the bases for all of the envelopes. So I'm going to go ahead and just assemble one envelope with you so that you see how that goes. I won't do every one of them on the live, but just so you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my liquid glue. I use the glue press for pretty much everything when I am crafting now. And that's plenty strong to hold everything together. Now, of course, I haven't used my glue press for quite a few days, and I've left the lid off. So I'm just going to take a pin and just probe that. There is a pin right in the lid of the glue press, but I have one handy, so I'm just going to use that. Alrighty, so we're just going to put some glue, and you want to be careful you don't use too much glue because you don't want that glue oozing out everywhere. And that's why I love the glue press, because it gives you that nice thin line. And I'm just going to put a magnet on here. So Shelby says more glue presses arriving in the shipment too. There's so much arriving in the shipment. We actually had to tow a trailer down this time to pick up our order. So I'll take a picture of that and post it for you because everything would not fit in the truck. So when I'm done this live, I'm going to be transporting all of the stuff over to the store. Unfortunately, we are not open tomorrow. We have a funeral to attend, so we will not be open. So the boxes are going to sit there until next week, which is okay. There's lots of great stuff available for shopping, but there will be a huge restock and lots of new stuff coming when we undo. So that magnet is just going to put some weight on there and just hold that in place. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of these and I'm just going to glue this to the background as well. And you would do this for all 4 cards, obviously. Okay, so again, and I just sort of picked the panels with the colors that showed up the most, and that's what I backed that panel with matching cardstock. So there was a lot of green in this one, so I picked the green background. Okay, and then that is going to actually fit right on the front of the little teeny card. So it's very easy to assemble. I'm going to go ahead and stick that part on there too. Okay. And then that will just go right on the front. So that's as easy as it is to assemble the actual teeny card bases. So there's my envelope all ready to go. There's the teeny card. It fits nicely inside and it's ready to decorate. Okay, so pretty easy assembly all the way around. I'll just do one more here, because I've got a couple of ideas on how I'm going to finish these off. So I want to have 2 bases ready to go. Okay, and then we'll do this pink one. And see, again, I've got some pink dots in this one, so I thought it looked nice on the pink cardstock backer. So the footprint you're working with is quite small. And I think, again, to pull this off for these quick and easy cards, that's a good thing, because you don't have a big area to fill up. It's easy, and it comes together quite quickly. Again, you might have panels that you already have stenciled, like backgrounds. Well, you can just cut them up and turn them into panels for your teeny cards. You might have critters and things that you've already colored, or die cuts that you've already done, leftovers from other cards that you've made, and you can turn them into some teeny cards. So I think the sky is the limit with these things. You can do any theme. You can even create little wedding cards, birthday cards, graduation cards, thank you cards. Like if you've got to do a bunch of thank you cards, how fun would it be to just do little teeny cards? And even if the recipient is a person who keeps cards, oh my gosh, you could like display them and they just look so darn cute. If you want to gift somebody a set of cards, to give them a set of teeny cards would be really cute. You can make Mother's Day cards, Father's Day cards. Maybe Dad doesn't really appreciate your artwork, and you don't want to spend a lot of time on it. So there's lots of potential, and I find them quite enjoyable to make. They're so fun. And again, I think part of that comes from the fact that you're quite productive quickly, and you don't have to skimp on the design. You can still create something really cute, fun, and easy pretty quickly. All the cards, oh my God, I just want them for everything. Everyone's getting teeny cards moving forward. I said I was only going to put one of these together, but I can't help it. Yeah, anything mini is cute. Babies are cute. Kittens are cute. Teeny cards are cute. They're just not as cute as the grown-up versions. It just isn't the same. So yeah, it's kind of fun to do. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to do all of these, but I can't help it. I just want to have them finished. So the other thing that is coming in our order, well, it's actually already here. It's out in my driveway, are the new glass boards that we have ordered. So we will have an assortment of sizes of magnetic glass boards and lots of magnets. So if you've been on the fence about whether or not to get one of these amazing glass boards, we are going to have a new assortment for you. So we're pretty excited about that. Okay, so here we go. So this one will go in here. And finally, oops, I got to stick this on here. And I love that the teeny cards come with a couple of different base options. So postage is so popular right now. So you have that postage option for your base, but then the scallop is kind of a nice classic look. And I always love the scallop too. What are those teal things I'm putting on the envelopes? Those are magnets. My glass board is magnetic. So when you take those magnets and you place them on top of something that you've just put glue on, it puts a lot of pressure on it, holds it still, and your glue has a minute to set up. So it's quite good. You'll see me using magnets all the time in my videos now because I don't do anything without my glass board. Okay, so there are the teeny cards. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on some supplies that I've already cut out in a bunch of colors. And this is what's going to assemble those really cute paint cans and the paint brushes. And we can mix and match and decide how we want to set up our teeny cards. Now, I'm going to give you a preview of what these paint cans look like. Because Amanda has some full-size cards. I mean, look at the difference here. Let's see. So we've got full size and we've got teeny. So it's quite different. But maybe you are looking on Pinterest or on your favorite manufacturer's social media pages. Yes, the glass board is magnetic, 100%. So maybe you just like this element, like right here. You don't want to make a full card, but you just like this little piece right here. Well, you can create that on a teeny card. Very fast and easy. You don't have to make a full-size card. So that's where I think the fun comes in, is that you can do this, but you can also do this. Okay, so here's an idea using the paint can die set. Let's pull that back on here so you can see. Okay, so in this die set, you get the stuff to make the paint cans, but then you can also get like this spill marks for paint. So here it shows the one can pouring the paint and one can like sitting in the paint. So just nice decor things. You don't want to actually do these things in real life. Maybe you know somebody who's going through renovations at their house and it just keeps going on and on. Oh, I just had an idea. My son has his own renovation company. Wouldn't it be cute if I made up some of these teeny cards that he could give to his clients to say thank you for, you know, hiring him to do a job? Oh my God, that would be so cute. Okay, now my head is going. So really good, fun things to do. Shelby, your sister's a painter. Like, she could have these teeny cards made up and she could give them to all her clients as a thank you with her invoice. Oh my gosh, my head is spinning. So anyways, I love the greetings. Hey, crafty friend, you inspire me. You're a work of art. So just a fun thing to send to a crafty friend. I love this one. It features the arch window, which is just so popular. And the rainbow design in the background. I love that. And then you've got the paint can at the top, which looks like it's spilling out a rainbow of paint. You've got the paintbrush at the bottom. It features one of those sentiments. And then the background here is the paint swatch stencil. We are sold out of that. I'm going to have to order more of those, but it's a really fun one too. Again, if you put it with the paint can and the paint brush, it really does look like a paint swatch. But if you don't pair it up with these things, it's just a really fun, colorful background that you can stencil up that you could use for so many things. So I love that card too. And I love this one. Wishing you a colorful day. So this could be anything. But look at all those paint cans with all that fun rainbow paint and the paintbrushes as accents. It's just adorable. So all of those were created with that paint can set and the little paintbrush set, which again is called what? Paint the Town. So really cute and fun. And then I will show you on my pre-cutting here, the can of paint I've cut out in a metallic paper. So I used silver along with the handle. And then you can layer on whatever color of paint you want your paint can to be. So in this case, we're going to make pink. Okay. And then you can have your paint spill over top. It just kind of layers on there like that. And then there is a teeny weeny little die that kind of goes across here, which is like the lid. Okay, and then you can add your handle. So you can customize these paint cans to whatever colors you want. Now I've chosen the rainbow color, but you can certainly go with more muted colors. You can make it more masculine, more feminine. You can do lots of different things. Maybe your kids are going to have a birthday party and it's like arts and crafts themed or something like that, and you want to send out quick invitations. Like these would work for so many fun things. And then the paint brushes, I'm going to hold this up close. So this is craft cardstock. This is the handle of the brush. I don't know. Let me just let my, oh, you can. So do you see that wood grain pattern? So that was actually created using a background stamp. And where did I put that? Oh, right here. So this is a fabulous stamp to have on hand. It's called Knock on Wood, and it is a background stamp. So you can create wood grain backgrounds for your cards, but you can also create wood grained paper really quickly. So to make that, that design on the paper, what I did was I took a scrap of craft and I took the stamp, let's take it off the background here, and I grabbed the toffee ink from Tailored Expressions, and all I did was ink up the stamp. Oops, let's not ink up the teeny card. Okay, and then I just flip it over. I don't even put it in a block or anything or a MISTI. I just flip it over, put some pressure on the back, and I've created a wood grain paper right here. And then I can take my dies and I can place them right on this area and cut it out. So that's going to give you those wood grain handles for your paintbrushes, which I thought was really cool. And that will work for like all kinds of things. So if you have like tree stump dies or tree trunk dies, if you've got, I don't know, anything that you want to have that wood grain pattern, you can stamp your paper. And then, I know, I just went crazy. I didn't even bother putting it in there. Sometimes you don't need to take the time to put it in your MISTI and do it. You're just going to, you know, turn it over and slap it on there. It works good. But yeah, so anytime you want any kind of wood grain, you stamp it on your paper and then you can take your die and just cut it out. So, and you can change up the color too. Like you can make a darker wood, you can make a gray wood, you can do it on white, you can do all kinds of things. So wood grain background is a great stamp to have in your stash. So that one's called Knock on Wood. And again, that gives me the perfect backdrop now that I can put my paintbrush dies on there and cut them out. So that is what I did to make the little paintbrushes. Now to assemble the brushes, all we're going to do is just put this stuff together. It's super easy. So you've got your paintbrush as your base, and then this here is the bristles. So I'm keeping the bristles like a cream color, but you can pick whatever color you want. If you want black bristles or, you know, whatever. So you're just going to adhere that on there just with some glue. Let's just layer these up real fast. And again, this is something that I would do prior to making my cards. So if I knew I was going to make some of these cards, I would probably cut out all the pieces ahead of time while I'm watching TV or, you know, in and out of the kitchen for making dinner. You can just, you know, be cutting out all these pieces and prepping them and getting them ready. And that way, when you're ready to sit down and make your cards, you just have to grab all your die cuts and do the assembly part. So that's going to be the bristle. We're going to put a couple of these together because I'm not sure what I'm doing with them yet. And I need to have some accessories ready. I just think there's so much potential for a set like this. You can just do so many things with it. You know, it lends itself well to lots of creative ideas. And I'm totally going to make some of these little teeny cards up for my son. Maybe not in rainbow, but I'll make them look a little bit more professional. But just for him to have on hand, he's going to think that's the coolest thing. Even though, I mean, I have Amanda, she totally buys into this whole crafty thing. And my boys, they don't really care anymore, but they sure do appreciate when I make things for them. For sure. Like my son asked if I could make some wedding cards for him. I ended up making 4 because him and his buddies all went to the same wedding, and he was just so thrilled that he was giving these people like a handmade card, which I thought was pretty cool. So my enjoyment definitely came out of creating those for him. So there we've got a few paintbrushes. And so the next thing is we're going to add the sort of like that metal piece that goes kind of along the top of the paintbrush like this. Okay. Now, whenever you're using metallic paper, like the back side here looks just like regular cardstock, but if you're trying to stick something to metallic paper, you'll find that it slides around a lot, and you definitely need to let that glue set up a little bit before you start moving it, which you will see when I do the paint cans. Okay, so tweezers are important when you're working with tiny pieces like this. I let the tweezers do all the work for me. They are like another set of hands. And again, I really love the option of these magnets too. You can just plunk them on the top and it just holds your piece in place and puts pressure on it so that you don't have to wait or let it move or whatever. So pretty easy to make these little paintbrushes. They're so cute. Okay, so the next piece now for the paintbrush is going to be whatever color of paint we want to use. So there is a die that creates the piece of dripping paint that goes onto the end of your brush. Oops, I'm doing that the wrong way. So it goes like this. So it looks like your brush was actually dipped into paint. So in this case, it's pink paint. Like so. Oh my God, they're so cute. Okay, we want pink paint. We'll go with green paint. Okay, and then we're going to go with teal, I think. Because I do love teal, green, and pink together. And I do have 4 cards, but I'm just not sure about everything that's going to fit on the cards. The paint can, I would say the paint can is about as big as you can go with the teeny cards, because we're gonna cover up most of our background, but I think that you can still go with an image this large and have a lot of fun with it. So it's going to work out. So now let's assemble a paint can. Okay, so we've got our base. Okay, and we're going to make a pink one. Oh, I've pretty much got all the things here for the pink one. Let's do this. So we're going to put our band. So this would be like the paint label. Now, if you have like an alphabet stamp that you can create your own words with, and it's small enough, you could totally like put the names of the colors onto your paint as well. I thought it would be fun to say like pink, blue, orange, you know, that kind of thing. But you have to have a set small enough to be able to do that. Okay, that's good. We have one more magnet here. All right, so that's that. And let's see how our little paintbrushes are doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, and now we're going to add onto our top our pink splatter. Oh, people are still rolling in and out. Hello, everyone. We're making teeny cards today. Okay, so this just lines up with the top of your paint can, so super easy to do. And again, I'm putting it on a metallic paper, so sometimes the die cuts slide around a little bit just because they're not porous. That metallic paper is not porous like cardstock is, so it's kind of a slick surface, which is okay. And then we're going to add the little paint can top, which is again that little metal piece. It's kind of going to look like a lid. Whoops, where'd it go? Hang on to it. Ugh. It's a teeny one. Okay. The paint sets are adorable. Okay, so we're just going to slip that little lid right in the top there. Perfect. And then I'm going to get my handle ready. Okay, so what we're going to do with that is we're going to put glue on these little tabs. And then that is actually going to go kind of behind. So I'm just going to position that. So it kind of looks like the handle is coming from behind, but it rests over the front. I love the way that looks. Okay, put a couple magnets on there just to hold that in place. So that's the paint can. Pretty fun and easy to put together as well. And then you can mix and match colors that you want to put together. Like I think either pink and teal or pink and green go really well together. So it's fun to mix and match. Like your paint on the paintbrush doesn't necessarily have to match the paint that's in the can. It can, but when you're the artist, you get to make the rules. So just like flowers don't always have to be the same color in the crafting world as they are in the real world. So you can definitely play around with that. Let's get our lid kind of put together here while that sets up. Oh my gosh, I keep dropping this one. I'm gonna have to clean my mat afterwards. I keep getting glue on it. It's because I'm trying to hold the end, and I don't think I'm really holding it very well. Okay, so there we go. We'll get that piece in there. And then the last thing I'm going to get ready is the handle, just so that it's ready to go when we get the other two pieces on there. Okay, so we can take this off and this off, put a little glue on this. Oh, right here, yes, my paint can looks like it has eyes, big googly eyes. Okay. But by using tweezers and these magnets, you can free up your hands to do other things, which is really cool. So now let's take these off here. See, so we've got this adorable little paint can, and we can actually put like the blue brush with it if we want. Like, I think that looks so cute. And now imagine, so we'll take the green background and we're going to put the can and the paintbrush on there like that. I mean, how cute is that? You don't have to do anything else. You could just walk away like this and it just looks amazing. So that is really fun. I like that a lot. But we can put a little sentiment on it too. Whoops, this goes in the front. Just get our handle into place. Like so. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's work on this. Okay, I'll set this aside. And we'll just work on this little piece here. So I did cut out some sentiments. Where did I put those? Oh, right here. So in that set of sentiments, they have 3 larger ones. So 1, 2, 3. Those are bigger, and then this longer one here. These 3 here, they have those 4 have dies, so you can cut them out. But they're a little bit too big for the front of a teeny card. But I do like the 1-line versions. And teeny cards don't have to go in teeny envelopes. You can put them in a larger envelope. So like a mini slim or an A2 size envelope if you're mailing them out. Like you can make the envelope larger. And the reason I'm saying that is because if I go ahead and put this paint can and paintbrush on here, and I want to put a sentiment on here that sticks out the edges of the card, I could do that too. Or I can go with something smaller and just put it along the bottom, and that would stay inside. So this says, "You inspire me," or "Hey, crafty friend." That might just fit on the front there. I think it would definitely fit inside the envelope. So you can do something like that. Or you can leave the front as is, and you can stamp something on the inside. Because a couple of those sets, like You Color My World, where is that one? That one will definitely fit on the inside of this. So I might do that too. But I'm going to go ahead and stick this together with the paint can and so on. And I'm going to use some pop dots on the front because I like to do that. Everything else so far has been flat on the front of my card, so I'm going to give this a little bit of dimension with some foam adhesive, just because it gives it a little pop. And you can see what I mean, that the can pretty much covers up a lot of our background, but enough of it shows so you know it's there. And just those little dots peeking out are fun. Aren't teeny cards cute? Oh my gosh, I have so much fun making them. I just want to make teeny cards for everything. I was playing with, for the Lawn Fawn release, I was playing with this set. This one here. It's the Little Woodland Library Friends. I mean, how cute would it be to make these little critters on the front of a card? They're the perfect size. You could even do the stack of books with just the worm. And then these little greetings are small enough that you can either make a little tag on the front of your card, or you can just pop them on the inside, or even put them on the teeny envelope, which is really cute too. So my brain is going crazy. I just think that they're so fun. So I'm going to do Hey Crafty Friend, because I think that is something that I would use, but I also want to make sure that I'm going to be able to see my paintbrush too. Okay, so how am I going to do that? I'm going to cut this off. I better use a trimmer because I never cut straight, and I don't want to ruin it. So just going to cut as close to the edge of my greeting as I can without making it look too bad. There's definitely a little room there. And you can use even a die that has a banner. Oh my gosh, gift a book with a teeny card to a book friend, even if it's a used book. I mean, how fun is that? Just anything at all that you can think of, you can use teeny cards for. So I just think they're so fun. Okay, so I'm going to put that kind of on an angle across the front there. I just think that looks really fun. Just going to put my glue in the center. And I'm just kind of going across the bottom of the paint can. And I'm going to have it's going to stick out just a little bit. Oh, look at that. I can have the little dribble going over top. Okay, and I'm going to stick my magnet on there just to hold that in place for a minute. Oh, so much fun. Okay, so there's the green one. And again, you could put the pink or the blue paintbrush with that. And the other thing you can do is not even use the paint cans at all. You can just use the brushes on their own, just on the front of a card. And I mean, the brush has this little teeny hole in the top. You could even tie some embroidery floss through that, like a little string. I might do that. That would be cute too. Okay, and then what color was I using on this? Green or blue? I think blue. So again, I'm going to pop this up just on the front there. Just on an angle. So again, some of our paint can gets covered up, but that's okay. Did I pull that off? Yeah, okay. So this goes kind of like this. I'm kind of making it go over the sentiment a little bit. And it's still within the card. I mean, how cute is that? Hey, Crafty Friend. And here's our little envelope. Everything will tuck inside. Whoop, let's get that paint swatch in there and the paintbrush. But everything will tuck right inside the teeny envelope and it will still close. So, oops, I got brown ink on there. Darn it. I can make a new envelope, no big deal. But how cute is that? And then you could even put like a little postage stamp on the outside. You could put a little stamp on there. You could even have a little paintbrush across the front like this. And you could put You Color My World on the front. You can do a lot of different things just to make these little teeny things. Oh my God, that is just adorable. Who wants this? I have a lot of crafty friends. Oh my gosh, this is too cute. Wow, I love that. And I mean, literally, I'll make a bunch of these and I'll put them on a shelf because they don't take up much space. And every time I walk by, I'll just admire them because they're just adorable. Oh my God. So yeah, so that's that one. And then let's see here. We can use the blue background. I'm going to clean off my, thing here because when I stamped that ink, I made a mess. Here's my cloth. And I got it on my envelope. Okay. So we could use the other two brushes kind of like this. Just kind of layer them up on top of the front of the card. And then you could have a little greeting going across there. I'm actually loving the idea of using some floss in the top of those little holes. So you could introduce another color. The black and white twine always looks really nice. We'll do one of each and see what they look like. So basically I'm just going to thread this through pretty easily. Oops, kind of. Let's get that straight. And then I'm just going to trim off a piece. And then what I'm going to do is just knot the end. Just like so. Okay. Well, it was a great idea. Let me just see if I can get this. I cut it kind of short. Pull it through with my tweezers. Come on, there we go. Oh, my blue jays are here. I did not put peanuts out this morning, so there we go. There, isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. And then I'm just going to trim off the extra here. So, and I mean, you don't have to do it for both, but that's what the white looks like. So here we could do, I'm going to put this down flat. Okay, let's get some glue on there. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to use a pop dot on the pink one. Just cut a little piece of adhesive off here. And we can pop this one up. And then you have the little string. And I don't know if I want to use this greeting on here. I've got some other small ones that I might, oh, that's not bad right across there. Okay, I'm going to do it. I didn't want to cover up my, my paintbrushes too much, but I think it will work. And sometimes, you know, maybe one of your friends just did something really awesome and you just feel the need to tell them that they inspire you. Just a quick little card to do that. And I think those are the cards that are the most fun to give, are just those quick little messages that you can, you know, hand to your friend. So to have some teeny cards ready to go would be really cool. Because my friends inspire me all the time. Okay, so I'm just going to get the positioning of that kind of how I want it. And then I'm going to shove a magnet on there. Like that. Okay, so I'm just going to make the two teeny cards live because you get the idea of how to put all the little pieces together. And let's swap out the envelope for this one. But there is the first one. Hey, crafty friend. So just to send a little note to your crafty friend, maybe you bought them something when you were shopping and you just want to give it to them as a gift, or maybe it's their birthday and you want to give them something fun. But this is a great way to gift something to someone. I love that. And then here is the second one. Oops, that's not quite dry because I put it on the metallic paper. That needs a little more time to set up. But there, it's got our little tassel there. And there is the second one. I'm probably going to put a little pop dot over here just to, I'm fussing with it. Okay, let's do it now. Because I think I can do little pop dots on either side of the paintbrush and that will hold it down a bit better. So what do you guys think of teeny cards? Do you like them? you see yourself making them, I see myself making a lot of teeny cards. I really think they are a lot of fun. I just can think of so many different ways to use them. And if you are a scrapbooker, you could make up some pretty fun embellishments using the little teeny card concept for your layouts, for sure. Okay, there we go. That's going to stay good. Okay, perfect. So there is the second one. I'll just hold these up a little closer so you can see them. But how fun are they? You're all speechless. No one's saying anything. I love them. I think they're so fun. And I've got 2 more bases. I just got to make 1 more envelope because I messed that one up. But 2 more bases so I can use up the rest of my little paint can things and create a couple more for sure. And again, I'll pull on those other cards so you can see them again because they are great inspiration as well. Okay, that is it for me. Not bad. I did it in 50 minutes. 50 minutes. And my craft room doesn't look like a total bomb went off. It's not too bad. But I had a ton of fun making these. They are just so fun. And I love the rainbow colors, and I love the teeny card concept. So I hope I inspired you, and I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.